So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the infamous drawbridge that has been nerfed. But first, I just wanted to share this. I feel like this is something that's going to be changed. So for the test video, it is going to be placed on fence foundations and regular foundations. I thought this was a glitch or a bug. My girlfriend and I even created new sessions to test this, and this is just how it was allowing us to place these gates. You didn't even need a foundation or fence foundation. You didn't need a kind of support system to even place these, and you can place them so close. It's kind of amazing. Part of me doesn't want it to change because the things I could do with this, but I feel like this is something that will be addressed before coming to the live client. I feel like this is just something on the TESTLIVE, but I thought I would throw it into the video just to share it with you guys and show how ridiculous this is. Like, it just makes me wonder what else is different that I can mess around with. This is just ridiculous, but I thought I'd share it with you before we get into the actual video. Its health is now 75,000, as you can see on the screen. But before we get into that, I wanted to share this. My girlfriend noticed that there is now a timed explosive. So we put a foundation down, she put a bomb on it. We were just curious what kind of damage it would do. Maybe if you could interact with it and set a timer on it. Doesn't seem like that. Maybe that's something in the future. Maybe it's just a guaranteed time explosion. Maybe you can't detonate it with arrows. I don't know. I just thought I'd add the clip in there to share it. Why not? But the first instance we're going to be going into is this drawbridge is placed on fence foundations, not regular foundations. Fence foundations are something I have always used because they're usually protected and don't take much damage, if any damage at all. But as you can see, she placed enough bombs at the entrance, and we were just testing if we were able to get enough bombs down, could we, you know, pop keyhole open. Now, provided if you're familiar with raiding at all, something you can do is place a bomb inside your base and detonate it to detonate their bombs outside before they're allowed to place enough to actually pop drawbridge. So just remember that. But this literally destroyed it. It destroyed the fence foundation in the middle, and the ones on the edges were damaged as well. It even took it's ridiculous how much damage it did. I swear fence foundations have been nerfed into the ground. Maybe my placement was a bit off, but I honestly don't think that's the case. So in this instance, we're going to be using just regular foundations to see if that's the way to go. Now with 75,000 health, you have to be on top of your repairs. You can still be unraidable, so I'm happy to say that, but the chances of you being raided are increased. So it's not a proper nerf. I do believe drawbridges do need to be addressed. There should be no unraidable base location. But at the same time, I do like that safety. And now if you want that safety, you are going to have to mitigate the damage better. Because as you saw, that foundation was extremely low. And if that foundation pops, it's the end. It's the end for you, and your drawbridge is gone. But as you can see, I can easily repair. And if I was placing bombs on the inside, something I brought up, it could help me mitigate this even more. That way I'm able to detonate their bombs before they're able to place many, maybe kill one of them, get their body, get their dragon powder and whatnot. So I thought we could do a treb test. I thought you guys might be interested in that. So my girlfriend set up a treb on the other side of the little river, as many people do to raid locations. It's good to have distance with your trebs. And I don't know. The treb, I don't think trebs got nerfed or anything like that. But as you will see, I do go into the base, and I even show that I am not in God mode. So I was curious about splash, you know, repairing on the inside. Am I going to die? Am I going to be taking damage? No, I was able to repair it relatively easy, much easier than someone mass placing bombs. I mean, a couple trebs would be hard to deal with, but you could probably survive that. Now, if multiple trebs were hitting at the right spot at the right time, it'd probably be nearly impossible to continuously repair it. But what I thought was funny is the foundations and the gate frame were taking no damage at most points of the trebbing. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure if that's normal. Not a lot of people use trebs all the time, but I always thought they did more splash damage. But as you can see, you just see the little repair hammer on it on the drawbridge. Like the foundations weren't really getting touched. The gate frame wasn't, even though it's all exposed. I'm not sure what to make of that. Maybe you guys have more experience with trebs. My experience with trebs and raiding are limited. I usually just use bombs and arrows, and that's just usually the best way for me to raid. We have set up trebs in the past just to mess around, to cause a little damage and destruction on things, maybe get rid of some anticlimb. And anticlimb is another thing I wanted to touch on in this video. We all use it, we all need it. It's something extremely useful to help create better defenses on our base. And with this Age of Sorcery right around the corner, I'm sure you're wondering how that's going to affect it. So as you can see, my girlfriend has made an ice bridge, and she's going to be able to avoid all my anti-climb and defenses and just get right up there next to my drawbridge. Now, provided these ice bridges are extremely weak, I'm about 70% sure if you destroy the base where it was created, the whole thing will fall. So that's nice, but as you can see, it is easy to damage. So if you are on top of everything, you could destroy it and prevent people from using this. I can already see on unofficial servers, this using magic and stuff is going to be not allowed for raiding purposes, because there are some mechanics to it that just don't make sense. Right now, she's casting a lightning storm outside. I am in base, not in god mode, as you can see, and it's hitting me in my base. And she is standing right outside the drawbridge, you know, where you saw her ice bridge come up. That's where she is, and she's basically griefing me at this point. That's basically what this is. And you could do this anytime, even with non-raid hours. You might not do any damage to their structures, but you could pull up to somebody's base, just, you know, grief them a little bit. Right here, she is demonstrating the bat for you. Very easy to avoid anti-climb and people's defenses to get to an area. So I'm torn on this. I think it's kind of nice because some bases, you know, just look daunting, and maybe this gives us a chance to raid those so-called unraidable bases, or at least gives us better odds. But like I said, on unofficial servers, I can already see these things not being allowed, because once she gets up here, she can easily do her lightning storms, which you will see shortly. We just wanted to throw in another clip of just how easy this is to use the bat, provided you've got to farm the stuff for these recipes. And the lightning storm is not cheap, but diligent tribes and clans won't have a problem being able to get the resources to use these things. And a lot of these things, like the ice bridge, the bat, seem great for avoiding defenses. The lightning storm, it can do great amounts of damage, which I do have some clips in here to show that, but it is very sporadic and random, so it's not a guarantee. The lightning does naturally try to hit players just like it would in real life, so that's why I say it's probably a great griefing mechanic. It just seems like it is. You just go to someone's base, cast a little storm, and see who it kills. I don't know. This Age of Sorcery is very PvE sided. It's probably something that unofficial servers won't want implemented in the core mechanics of raiding. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious for it. I like the bat. I think that's kind of cool. You have to put a lot more effort into how you design your base and how to defend your base. So the changes are a little, you know, they might make you a little anxious about changing a game maybe you love and enjoy. But I think in the long run, hopefully these don't break the PvP side of things to a point where it's just unplayable. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sure many of you were curious about drawbridges and some of these things. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more Conan content. And if you liked the video and found it informative or helpful, or you just like hearing me talk, go ahead and subscribe and like that video.